Kawaki is out of control. Kawaki is going to be a major problem moving forward, and after this past couple of chapters and with the fight scene that happened between Kawaki and Code and the whole thing with Boruto and whatnot in chapters 64 through 67, I believe, I think that the ninja world might decide that it's time for Kawaki to go and that Kawaki is a huge threat to the ninja world. But what's even worse is that Naruto might even be enabling his behavior and will have difficulty even trying to stop this, right? Because in chapter 67 there was a discussion with Shikamaru and Naruto, and to briefly summarize it, Shikamaru was saying, what are you going to do about Kawaki, right? Kawaki just potentially killed your son, right? Almost killed your son, and here you are still saying that he's family, still saying that you can't turn your back on him, right? And that just creates this conflict of interest, right? Because you have this kid who has this extraordinary power. I mean, Kawaki at his age right now is able to beat a lot of people that exist in the world right now, and we got this super overpowered kid who's kind of just off the rails a little bit, and the way he's reacting to certain situations is based off his emotional responses to how he wants to protect Naruto and things of that nature. And just the way that Naruto is sort of coddling Kawaki and at a certain point almost hesitating to sort of do what's right for the entire village or the entire world, I can see that Kawaki and Naruto are going to have some huge problems moving forward. And because Kawaki is so unhinged, it's going to take a lot from Naruto if he's able to put Kawaki down if it ever comes to that. And I think that scenario could possibly happen right before a time skip or a little bit after the time skip around the beginning. Now, the whole thing with Kawaki is that once they all return to the village, Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, and Shikamaru, they're going to have to talk to the 5 Kage, I'm guessing, about what happened, right? But I think before that even happens, I think that Code could potentially make his move on Amada, right? Now there's a little bit of a hint to saying that Code might have potentially put a claw mark on Shikamaru. They didn't directly say it, but it was kind of implied that Code might have done something to Shikamaru to grant him access into the Hidden Leaf Village. And I think that if, Code enters the Leaf Village and he doesn't retrieve Amato fast and, securely, then there could be a big fight that sort of pops out during this moment. And I can see Code even bringing in the likes of Damon and maybe even Ada, depending on Ada's fighting abilities, to come and get Amato as well, right? Because as it seems right now, Code cannot get Amato by himself if Kawaki is in the building, right? Kawaki put this man towards the edge and almost bodied him in Boruto chapter 67. So Code cannot be anywhere near Kawaki, or Kawaki's gonna go ahead and put the hands on him again. So I feel like the next time Code actually tries to make a move or tries to do anything to the Hidden Leaf Village, he's going to need Damon or potentially Ada with him, and more so Damon being there, right, to reflect those attacks. He's going to need them there just for extra backup, extra support. Now, I'm assuming that Code wouldn't try to just go into a room full of people and try to retrieve Amato that way. I think it would be more so of just when Amato sort of just by himself or something along those lines, but I don't think that Code would be able to get off of Amato that easily. And the issue here lies with what I think is going to happen with another fight scene between everybody else and this actually happening within the village, right? And let's just say that Kawaki and Code get into another altercation, right? They're over here fighting and whatnot, and I can definitely see Kawaki, as he's fighting, not really caring for anybody else in the general vicinity, because as you know, right, whenever there's like a Hidden Leaf invasion, there's obviously people nearby. And the way Kawaki operates, he doesn't really care who you are unless you're Naruto Uzumaki. So, I mean, imagine that Kawaki and Code are out here fighting in the Hidden Leaf Village, Kawaki shooting blasts or whatever, and, people are getting hurt. Naruto's asking them to stop, and just that kind of just like scenario, right? How much is it going to take for Naruto to sort of put his foot down and tell Kawaki that he's going a little bit too far and that he's, putting other people in danger, right? And I don't think that Naruto himself can do that. I think somebody else has to do it for him. Naruto is his character. He's such a good guy. He's so like wholehearted that he can't put down somebody he considers his family, right? And this is going to sort of cloud his judgment, moving forward. And I was just kind of giving a scenario to where that could sort of cloud his judgment, as well as in, Kawaki sort of fighting in the vicinity of their people. Now, I talked about this whole idea of a 5 Kage summit happening and how this will sort of be like the breaking point to where, Naruto has to choose sides, right? And there's a discussion to where, hey, is Naruto even suited to actually lead the Leaf Village, right? Because the Hokage is supposed to do this job. The Hokage is supposed to be the person who puts the village above himself and is supposed to protect everybody in the village. But it seems like Naruto is not necessarily doing that, and he's sort of putting his family first, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just sort of pointing out what he's doing. He's putting his family first over the village. He's putting Kawaki first and things like that. And I can see if this 5 Kage summit goes on and the 5 Kage are like, hey, you have to get rid of Kawaki. He cannot exist anymore. I can see Naruto hesitating and struggling to sort of pick sides and figuring out what to do in that situation. So I think just for Naruto's sake, it has to be somebody else who, puts the hands on Kawaki, sort of stops his uprising, because in the future, Kawaki's going to have to get a lot stronger, right? And I'm not exactly sure when the fighting is going to start for when the Hidden Leaf sort of gets destroyed, but I think around that time that we see in the very first episode is when that's sort of the ticking point to where there's some sort of retaliation against Kawaki because of things that he's been doing. And that's when Boruto finally reappears from whatever happened to him and tries to, finally stop Kawaki. But the whole Kawaki and Naruto dynamic is going to cause some huge issues in the future. And if Naruto allows Kawaki to keep existing like he is right now, keep being unhinged, keep being sort of so attached to him to where he thinks that he has to do anything to protect him, then Naruto is going to sort of be blindsided and almost fail his duties as being the Hokage. And I see an argument being made for Naruto not necessarily being suited for the job and having some issues with the 5 Kage from that. So yeah, kind of my thoughts on Kawaki sort of attitude towards Naruto and how I think that he's going to be treated moving forward. I think Kawaki definitely needs to be stopped before things get out of hand, but based on that first episode, it seems like things are going to get out of hand pretty soon, and once that finally happens, I think that will be the sort of turning point to where Kawaki snaps and sort of goes crazy, guys, because I still think that Kawaki is going to be some sort of villain in the story for a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be the villain for the whole entire post time skip era. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Kawaki. Do you think that Naruto's feelings are getting in the way of him performing his job as the Hokage, and possibly him giving Kawaki too much priority over the safety of the village? And how do you see Kawaki potentially turning out after the time skip? Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord. And I will see you guys later. Peace.
Say, so, say, so.